Introductions are an important part of a Toastmasters meeting. I bow and confess to the speaker or set expectations that the presenter had no intention of filling. A good one sets the speaker up for success. Why is it important to have a good introduction? One, it enhances the presentation by setting up the following: a smooth transition from one portion of the meeting to another. For example, my intro that Andrew so well did informed you of the type of presentation I'd be giving. Two, it sets the audience's mindset. It helps the audience know what to expect from the speech and whether the presenter is the right person to be making that presentation. For example, in my introduction, I had Andrew talk about it was the Better Speaker series and what the purpose of this series is. The introduction also establishes authority. It lets you know the speaker's expertise about talking about this topic. Again, with my intro, I had Andrew talk about how I've been in public speaking for a very long time. The general essentials of an introduction are this: they should be brief, they should be well planned. And there are three key things that you need to do and to include in your introduction. The obvious one is the speaker's name. The speaker shouldn't come up here and have to say, "Hello, my name is Carma Spence," because you didn't know that before. The introducer should be mentioning that. The introducer should also mention the speech's topic, so the audience knows what to expect. Now, another note on the speaker's name: make sure you pronounce that name correctly. If you need to talk with the person beforehand, make sure you're pronouncing it correctly. Write it down phonetically, because especially in Speak Out, because we have people from like all over the world with very interesting names. Some of them can be a little tricky if you haven't said them before. Make sure you've got that down before you get up to introduce. On the topic, what is the speech about, and why is the speaker the person to talk about that subject? And if you can add this, how will that topic benefit the audience? That way the audience knows, okay, Carma's going to come up here and talk about introductions, and I need to listen to her because introductions are an important part of not only being a Toastmaster, but being a speaker, period. The last thing that has to be an introduction is the title of the speech. Especially in Toastmasters, you want to mention the title of the speech. This is often mentioned at the end of the introduction, and you want to give it some emphasis, kind of like you would give the person's name. These three things are essential in a Toastmasters introduction. In other settings, this basic format can be modified a little bit. I've been in many public speaking situations where the title of the speech isn't as important, so it isn't mentioned in the introduction. But those are the three essentials, at least for Toastmaster speeches.